Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what are the best tips and tricks to study for finals. And these may be things that you've already heard before, so if it's a reminder, great, but if not, then these are definitely things you can apply to make sure you secure an A on that exam. So this goes without saying, but write everything down. Write your notes down. I know almost every college student has a laptop. I do too. I love my laptop. Quick disclaimer, I just want to show you guys the stickers because I really love it, and I'm not like sponsoring them at all. I am not that far in this career yet to do that, but I have all of these stickers on my laptop that resemble things that I love in my life, and I got it from redbubble.com. So cute, just a great way of personalizing. Anyways, I know we all have laptops, but writing down your notes has been proven to help you remember it better. If there's something that you really truly do not know, like write it down as you're learning it and trying to grasp those concepts. I look back at my handwritten notes, and after I jot everything down and then read through it a couple of times, it's really starting to get an imprint in my brain. So that is very, very important. My second tip is to find a study group that you love. Find friends that are really gonna hold you accountable, and y'all have a mission when you go into the library. There's nothing really more frustrating than you trying to be productive, but the setting around you is just making it so you can't be. So make sure you're choosing good people to study with, people that are productive, people that are even in some of your classes, so they can help you out, because when you bounce ideas off each other, you are more productive. And along with that, I'll go into tip number 3, talking about the setting. So not only is people a big deal, but where you're studying. So I know I cannot really study in my dorm. I get too comfortable. I have an insurmountable amount of fuzzy blankets in here, and once I turn on the TV and put on a blanket, it's game over. I'm passed out. So I normally force myself to walk to the library. I know in the library my favorite is these little cubbies, cubicles almost, so there's literally no sense of distraction, and I just know that helps me. So you just need to find what's best for you, because trust me, the setting in which you're studying has a huge impact on how well you're able to retain that information. Tip number 4. It is very, very important to eliminate distractions, very important. And I'm actually gonna go into a little specific thing that I just found out this week. All of the iPhone users that are watching this right now, which should be a pretty large amount, if you go into settings on iPhone and your iPhone is updated, then there is an option underneath Do Not Disturb called Screen Time. And what Screen Time does is it limits, if you want to go in and set an app limit, I could go in and limit my social networking apps for 1 hour a day. So having that sort of restriction on your phone that isn't just you mentally restricting it, but it's a literal get off your social networking apps. I don't know, I just think it helps. It's an extra reminder, okay, I need to focus on what, the task at hand. Prioritize your classes by what is the most difficult. Don't study what you're good at. There's no point in studying what you're good at. Study what you're struggling with, so that way you can try and grasp the subject. You need to really just prioritize also based on your grade in your class. So if you know you have a little leeway to not do as great on the exam, then don't worry about it. Obviously you want to study still and refresh your mind, because no one wants to go into an exam without reviewing at all. But I'm saying focus on the classes where you really need to get that grade up and really need a good grade on that exam to secure an A or a B or whatever's going to help your GPA out. There's this thing called the Ben Eagleston calculator. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'll go ahead and link it below, and basically it'll calculate your class grade based on weighted percentages. And I found it really helpful, because I don't know if y'all's teachers are like this too. My professors don't post our grades. I have a few, but most of them don't keep me updated, and I know the grade of my assignment, but I don't know how to calculate it with it being 15% of my grade or 30% of my grade. So this really helps you to gain a visual of what your grade is going to look like by the end of the semester and what you need to be getting on those exams. So prioritize. Tip number 6, I find the best way of learning from my mistakes by going over old homework, old quizzes, old tests, anything that has been corrected by the teacher, so you can learn from those mistakes. That is a big deal, and that always helps me a lot. Once you understand why you got it wrong and why the right answer is the right answer, you're not just memorizing at that point, you are actually learning the content, and it will stick in your brain. So tip number 7 is All good. Tip number 7 is, sorry, keep moving you. I'm sorry, I keep losing my track of thought, but I wrote down like all of my stuff in my little agenda, which isn't one of my tips, but I definitely recommend to help stay organized. I know it's like more of a girl thing to like be all cutesy poo and write little like flowers and in your agenda, but like I promise, like it is super helpful. And you can even just use your calendar on your phone. So yeah, disclaimer. But also, my 7th tip is to know yourself. So if you're like at the library and it is 3 a.m., you've been there for 8 hours, and you're just staring at like this textbook page, and you keep reading it and reading it and reading it, and like 20 minutes has gone by and you're still reading the same page and you're just exhausted and none of the information is making sense and blah, leave. Like, there's no point in staying. The amount of effort it's taking you is not worth the amount of time that you could be using to sleep. I honestly think sleep is detrimental to your success on finals week. You need to be refreshed. Your mind needs to be ready to go. So I really don't recommend all-nighters, but I mean, I understand some of y'all do it. Know yourself. Like, if you know that it's not worth it to just sit there and look at the same page over and over again, go back to your dorm or go back to wherever you live and just sleep, and you need to just try and reset. Tip number 8 is to allow yourself to have a break every once in a while. You need to allot like 10 minutes every hour or something for yourself. Like, your mind needs a break. It's like, take time to have some fun or just loosen up, have a conversation, watch something funny, I don't know. Quick little story time. So last night I was at the library with Savannah and Riley, some of my really good friends, and we ordered Uber Eats McDonald's at like 12 o'clock. We were hungry gals. It said 12:15, and then it would say 12:20, and then 12:30 and 12:45, and we were like, okay, it's McDonald's, like this should not be taking an hour. Savannah called like Uber Eats support. They were no help. And so I was like, you know what, I'll order us Postmates, and Savannah, you can cancel that order later on. Well then, after I placed my Postmates order, Uber Eats is on the way. So we had double the McDonald's, so we went ahead and delivered some McDonald's to the fellow kids that were studying for finals. I'm gonna go ahead and put that video in, but I don't know, it just made us feel really good, and it was like a nice little reliever from the studying and the reading and all that stuff, so.
Keep the nugs though, because
Okay, we have
Postmates
fries.
forgot the nugs.
Okay, I got it.
We found someone. We have a target.
Hey, we accidentally ordered 2 orders of McDonald's and we're gonna give away this one. Would you like some fries or an hamburger? There you go.
Oh, yay!
So much. There you go. Good luck on finals.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
My final tip is what I believe is the most important tip for finals week, and that is simply to have a good attitude. And I know that sounds so like Dr. Phil-ish, or I don't know, like I'm trying to be super inspirational and motivational, but it's the truth. Like, if you go into a test or if you're even just studying and you think, I don't know this, I'm never gonna know this, I can't do it. When you keep telling yourself you can't do it, you're gonna believe yourself and you're not gonna do well. So you really have to just change your mindset, be positive about it, and face your problems head on. If you don't understand it, that's all right. Don't kill yourself. Like, it is okay. And if you let one question or one particular component of that class bog you down, you're not going to do well on the rest of the stuff that you do know. So don't let obstacles ruin your determination to get a good grade. You just need to have a positive outlook on it. You studied hard, and you need to just be confident with the hard work that you're putting out there. Okay everyone, so that is the end of my video. I want to thank y'all for watching. I just wanted to do a video like this to kind of give people a reminder or a little motivation on really finishing the week hard. I really hope you guys do well on your exams. I'm hoping to get a video up later this week on Christmas shopping, like good gift ideas or how to save money. I know that now that I'm in college, I feel like obliged to get people gifts with like my own money. So I'm hoping to get a video up like that very soon, like in the next few days. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below, and I'll see you soon.